Hello, Libra. Elsie here to do a bonus read for you, my friends. How are you doing, my lovelies? Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. Just came to say thank you so much for the way that you've been giving me all the love. You've been hyping. You've been giving me thumbs up. I just want to say thank you for all of that. And I'm just here to give you a little bit of extra energy before your weekly read comes up. So let's take a look at you, Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Please remember that these bonus reads are for the future energy. I mean, it could resonate for you today, but my intention is that it be for the future energy. And also, please remember that I'm not only reading this for Libra Sun. So if I mention other energies, it's because this could be someone who has Libra in another placement, like Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter. Let's find out what's going on for you, Libra, in this bonus read. Tell me what Libra needs to know at this unprecedented time astrologically. Tell me about Libra. Libra, we have the Queen of Cups. We have the Nine of Swords. And we have the Four of Wands. Libra, I feel like there's something here that's making you feel worried and emotional. It feels like it might have to do with your home or your stability, but I feel like it's about your happiness in the future. It feels like you want to stabilize something here, Four of Wands, and it's, celebration. It feels like you're thinking about relationship maybe in the future, but it feels like something here is worrying you, but I feel it also is making you very emotional. You know what I feel as though you're trying to not get emotional about something, because the Queen of Cups has it back to the Nine Swords, and although I feel like you are worrying about something, maybe your stability, maybe a relationship, maybe your family, maybe your home or where you're going to live, I feel like you are trying to keep your emotions out of it with this Queen of Cups energy facing away from the Nine of Swords. You're like, just keep it logical, keep it logical. I don't want it to get into an emotional place. What else do we have here? We have the Hierophant. It does feel like it's something around stabilization. You need to make a choice, and your choice might be something to do with the Four of Wands. It could be something that is romantically related. It could be that you're deciding to make an emotional commitment to someone, and that's worrying you. Or possibly that someone is not making an emotional commitment to you. It feels like there is a choice here. You always have a choice, friend. And I feel like what you want is the next level. For me, the Four of Wands is the next level. So if you had your choice, I feel like you would choose to go to the next level. I also feel like if it's outside of you, if I'm talking to someone who's outside of you that this reading is about, I feel like you're waiting for someone to say something to you. Like to commit to you, or to commit to something with you, to make a choice, something to choose you, to build some sort of solid foundation with you. It feels like somebody here has not done that, and you're trying to look at it intellectually rather than looking at it with your emotions. The Page of Cups is here. It feels like something here is, I'm going to say, maybe a couple different ways. It feels like for some of you, somebody's not giving you a whole lot of their emotions. I feel like you're giving them Queen of Cups emotions, and they're giving you Page of Cups emotions. And so it feels like uneven. It doesn't feel like it's equally yoked, because we have two people who are on different emotional vibrations here. So I'm going to say that if somebody doesn't choose you, it doesn't have anything to do with you. I feel like if they don't choose you, it's because they're too immature in their emotions to do it. It feels like that. Look, the Sun is here. There's going to be a breakthrough, and I think you're going to realize that somebody here is unable. It's not that they don't want to invest in you. They're unable to invest in you. It feels like you are somebody who's ready. Empress energy, right? That's Libra Taurus energy. You're stable, you're grounded, you're sovereign, you've got everything that you need. You don't really need them. And that, there might be a difference in emotional intelligence between you and somebody else. Tell me about this Nine of Swords. What is this Nine of Swords about for Libra? We have the Sun. Yeah, I feel like what's keeping you up at night is you're having some sort of a breakthrough or a realization about something here. We've got the Two of Wands. and the Four of Pentacles, I feel like you know you have to take action. That's the thing though, Libra. I think you want someone else to take action and move everything to the next level. But I think that you've come to a realization that if I'm going to get it done, I got to do it myself. It feels like you have a plan. And I feel like your plan is to be happy, to be joyful, to have the breakthrough. And, you know, the Two of Wands is having the plan, but also planning for the future, the adventures. And I feel like this energy is an energy of you wanting to plan for the future. But I feel like the Four of Pentacles tells me that it's shut off and shut down. Somebody else is not planning with you. It feels like they're not vulnerable. And I would say that that matches the Page of Cups energy. Somebody here is not vulnerable like you. The Queen of Cups is someone who practices vulnerability. This could be men or women, feminine or masculine energy. I'm talking about an energy of being open emotionally and giving your cup to somebody, and that takes vulnerability. I feel like you're a person who has the vulnerability to do that, but there's somebody here who I feel that maybe you're feeling hurt or worried or taking offense because you feel like they don't want to, and I don't think it has anything to do with that, if I'm being honest. It's not that they don't want to. I just feel like they're not ready for commitment because vibrationally, emotionally, they're not where you're at. They're not in the same place that you are. You've grown emotionally with intelligence, and this person is still like a child. Like when we talk about the difference between vibration, just remember that this is like a teenager, right? And this is like somebody who's ready to be a parent. So it feels like it's a difference of vibration. Tell me why the Four of Wands is here. We've got the Temperance card. Got the Wheel of Fortune. Oh boy, something is changing here. And look at the Death card. Look, I'm just going to say, I feel like something here is about to change. It's transforming, I would say. The Temperance card, like these are all major arcanas. You don't really have a choice except to how to react to this when it happens. This is all going down for you. For some of you, right? It's a general reading. It's not for everybody. I'm just going to say that something here is going to happen regarding going to the next level. I think you're ready to go to the next level. I think you're choosing it, but I don't think the next level is where you think it is. I don't think it has anything to do with the person you want to go to the next level with. I think you're ready for it. Temperance is here, which tells me the moment of alchemy is here and you're listening, that you're healed, you're ready, you've got your balance, you've measured and weighed everything. I feel like the moment of alchemy is here and telling you it's time to make a decision. There's no more time left. It's time to make a decision. So the Wheel of Fortune tells me that everything is changing and expanding, whether you want it to or not. You can't stop time. And it brings something to a screeching halt. It brings, I feel like this change is going to transform everything. And it feels like it could transform the way you think about something here. Tell me about this. We've got the Fool in the reverse. Oh. You realize that maybe this is not the right thing for you. That's dignity, friend. Yep, there it is. Confidence. Confidence in your worth and your value. And I can probably take it from here, do it alone. The Ace of Cups is in the reverse. So I really do feel that somebody here is really hopeful that someone else is going to take it to the next level. Because I feel like there is romantic love here. I feel like somebody does feel that you are their soulmate, but I also feel that there is going to be like a plot twist here. It feels like you are going to the next level, but not with the person who you think you're going to the next level with. I could also be talking about a job. We've got the Nine of Pentacles here, or a business that you're building. The Fool in the reverse is here, and the Fool in the reverse is, if you take the jump, you could get hurt. You could look a fool. It feels like you're prepared, but someone else isn't prepared. It's like catch me, the trust fall, catch me, and I feel like this person isn't prepared to catch you. So I feel like with the Ace of Cups in the reverse tells me, with the Death card, it tells me that somebody, the heart space transforms. I feel like you stop waiting for someone and decide, you know what, I've got to take some sort of a leap of faith by myself. I'm confident to do that, but I can't take a leap of faith with someone who I don't trust. I feel like there's no trust that someone will catch you if you fall. Tell me about the Hierophant. it feels like you want to build something. So it could be a commitment. It's doing the right thing. It feels like it is some sort of contract. You want to build something with someone, and I think that's the question that's here. But I feel like you are going to realize that you are going to change your mind or make a surprising choice here. The Five of Swords, yeah. Something here triggers you from the past. And I feel that possibly someone here is like, why would you ruin that with a commitment? This feels like, why would we put a name on it? Why would we define the relationship? That's what the Knight of Wands would say. Why would you try and nail down all my fun? It feels like this is a trigger from your past that starts an argument. That somebody here is not ready or willing. I think that once you finally have the conversation, you're surprised or shocked that it ends up in an argument, because somebody here felt like they could continue to just take from you and make you wait for them. And I don't think that's what you want to do, because I feel like with the Hierophant energy, I think that you're ready to commit to someone. So I feel like the reason that you're trying to take the emotion out of the Nine of Swords and the Queen of Cups have their backs to each other, is because you're trying to think about this logically, but I think that your intuition is still telling you it's not going to work. Tell me about the Hierophant. We've got the Eight of Wands in the reverse. We've got the Three of Wands, and we got the Seven of Wands. Yeah, it does feel like everything is, once you bring this to their attention about the future, once we begin to talk about the future, Three of Wands, future travel, future adventures, once we start to expand our future, this person puts on the brakes. It feels like it comes to a screeching halt. Somebody here puts on the brakes, and that makes you pretty defensive. I feel like at that point you have to stand up for yourself and say, well, the future is here and I'm ready for the future. So I think that I'm probably going to have to end it here. That's what it feels like. Tell me about the Hierophant. Yeah, I think that somebody here was being very vague with their ability to commit, and that is telling me about the Knight of Wands. The Ace of Wands is here, friend. I feel like we're looking at Aries energy reset, right? The reset is here on the 20th. As I publish this, it is the 20th. And I feel like the reset is here. The things that, that Saturn and Neptune are in conjunction at 0 degrees of Aries, and they just came both out of Pisces, right? So Pisces energy is very dreamy. It's the fantasy land. It's falling in love with potential. And then all of a sudden, both show up in a very close proximity in Aries, and we start making decisions. You can see that Aries is next to the Tower, and it's breaking through the illusion. Neptunian energy, right? So I feel like it's breaking through the illusion. I think that something here is... the thing is I feel like you really feel as though this person is your soulmate, but I feel like they flip-flop. I'm going to say they flip-flop back and forth. I'm looking at Gemini energy, right? The duality of yes and no and yes and no and yes and no. And that's the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands wants what the Knight of Wands wants, but they want to be able to come and go whenever they want. And I feel like it's almost like the Six of Cups is telling me, but I want what I want, like the love my parents had, the love my grandparents had. And I think that's what you want. And I think that when you bring it up as a conversation, you're surprised how quickly it escalates into a fight. Tell me what the outcome is here. We've got the Four of Cups. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, someone stops putting any effort, time, or energy into the relationship. Everything actually goes into a complete pause, because I feel like this is rejection. I feel like someone's not taking your cup. I feel like you want to go to the next level in some sort of relationship. It could be a work relationship. It could be that you want the raise or the promotion. And somebody here is not giving it to you. I feel like this Aries energy falling here at the Tower is not coincidence. That you're going to wake up in the next few days and say, screw that shit. I'm worth way more than that. I've got the confidence to do it on my own. And fine, I'll just go do it on my own. And I think that's the expansion of the Wheel of Fortune. It's Oh, the Wheel of Fortune is 10. Yeah, Charlie just said it's 10, and 10 breaks down to a 1. It's the beginning of something, but for the October Libra, right? That's, I feel, is something here is over for you. I think I'm talking to the October Libra, who is, something is over here for you. What comes next? Some sort of really hard decision, because look, you are in the Empress energy, friend. And I said that before, you're in the Empress energy, you're sovereign, you don't need this. And I feel like at this point it's holding you back. Right? It's holding you back from making your decisions, from your adventure, from the sun, from you maybe taking your first trip to somewhere hot. It feels like there's something here that is holding you back. And I think that there's a friendship, there's a love ship, or there's a job that's holding you back from all of the things that you are, from being the Empress here. Yeah, I think that you're just walking away, friend. I think that you will argue with yourself about it here. I feel like it's an internal argument you're having with yourself, but I feel like we're looking at pages and empresses. Someone here is not ready for you, so I feel like you're about to detach, because I think that something is over. 10 of Swords, and then the Chariot comes up. It's your discipline of the Empress. I got here this far, I can take the rest. I can take it in for the touchdown all by myself. Hard decision coming up, but you're listening to your intuition, which I love. I'm going to leave that right there, Libra. Thank you so much for coming here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, and I will be back, because I'm always back. Take care, loves. Bye-bye.